Alright then, as they say in Cornwall, welcome to another Colganology, and this time we're going to do something a little bit different because I'm going to start a series of tutorials, and what we're going to do is we're going to make sloe gin. Now, even though it's spelled S-L-O-E, the clue to making good sloe gin is in the word slow. This isn't something you hurry. You can't hurry love, and you can't hurry sloe gin. If you want it to get the maximum taste and to be the nicest it can possibly be, it does take a little bit of time, and it goes through a series of stages. So, first stage, we've got to get some sloes. Now, like all keen foragers, I've got my favourite spots. I've shown you this one before in a couple of videos. This is my best spot for sloes because this particular bush, I don't know why particularly, is actually lacking in a lot of foliage. And it means it's really easy to access the sloes, and it produces thousands. And at the moment, as you can see, they've gone from being that sort of dusty purpley colour to being a little bit more black. But more importantly, they've got a bit of give to them. They're softening up. And that means they're pretty much ripe for sloe gin. So what we're going to do is pick a load of them. Well, I've got a nice bag full here. Took about 2 minutes to pick. There's so many this year, which is good and bad because it's great for the sloe gin, and they've come in early this year. I mean, these are ripe now, so these can be bletted. They can be put in my freezer to sweeten them up a little bit, and then they can go straight into the gin for Christmas. But a really good crop of sloes generally means a harsh winter. So, yay. So the second stage of making sloe gin is bletting. So all I'm doing here is I am giving these a wash to get off any sort of like bird poop or insects or anything like that, and also to separate any leaves that might be loose in here. And all I'm doing is I'm getting these sloes. It gets all that dusty mould off the outside as well. Then they go lovely shiny black, as you can see. And all I'm doing is I am giving them a wash in a bowl and shoving them all in a bag. Same bag actually, I picked them in there as well. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the freezer. Now, if you think, well, shouldn't I be actually patting these dry or something like that? You don't need to. No, a little bit of ice won't do any harm. In fact, it might even speed up the bletting process. It might actually help you to, it might help to split the skins a little bit quicker. Also, this process, it helps if you picked up a wrong un, like this one here. It's well past its prime, and it is as hard as a rock, as you can hear. And all the spare leaves and everything are now in the sink and can go away. Bye-bye. Now we're going to take these and we're going to put them in the freezer. Here we go. I've got a drawer that I reserved for a lot of my foraged fruit. Look at these lovely plums I found recently. And there's gooseberries at the back here, and there's wild garlic and all sorts of things in there. So that's now going to blet nicely for about a week. Then in the video that follows this, which will probably be in a couple of weeks' time, we'll go through the second set of stages, and then finally we'll get the big reveal leading up towards Christmas time. I know it's a long time to wait, but as I said, you've got to give it time to mature. I mean, you don't go into a restaurant and say, bring me a bottle of wine, and say, no, this one's 1992, bring me a fresh one. No, these things have time to mature, so they get better. But I won't make you wait all the way till Christmas to see the finished result. We should have an idea of what the finished result looks like in just a few weeks. And then I'll bring it out again at Christmas to show you what it looks like. So there you go, that's the end of part one. All you got to do is find a good sloe bush, find some nice sloes, pick them, take all the stems and the twiggy bits off, give them a wash under the tap, bung them in a bag, stick them in the freezer, and leave them for about a week until they go good, rock hard. And hopefully the skins will start to split, and at the same time they'll start to get a little bit sweeter and less bitter. In about a week's time, I shall come back with another video and show you what we do next. Toodle pip.